So let's talk about vector mathematics. Specifically, I want to talk about vector addition and vector subtraction. Starting with addition. Suppose we have one vector and want to add another vector to it. To add these two vectors together, we need to align the vectors head to tail. We can do this one of two ways. The first way is to align the tail with the second vector with the head of the first. Or we can align the head of the second vector with the tail of the first. Next, we create a resultant vector. The resultant vector is created by drawing an arrow from the tail of the free vector to the head of the other vector. The first resultant vector will look like this, and the second resultant vector will look like this. Notice they are the same vector. This vector is actually the sum of the two original vectors. Now for subtraction. Suppose we would like to subtract a vector from another vector. There are two different ways we can do this. The first way is to apply the negative operator to the vector that comes after the negative sign. This will reverse the direction of the vector, but now it will be positive. Substituting this will give us a vector addition problem rather than a subtraction problem. Aligning heads and tails and constructing the resultant vector will give us the sum of these two vectors. But this vector is actually the difference between these two vectors. Notice we will get the same vectors if we align the two vectors tail to tail and then draw a resultant vector from the negative vector to the positive vector. This is the second way to find the difference between two vectors.